quality and excellence. Families and businesses trust the quality work of Nika IBEW electricians. For a list of Mahoning Valley's preferred electrical contractors, visit NikaIBEW90.com.
Are you feeling stressed, having trouble sleeping? Tune into the Chris McKay Show Sunday morning at 8:30 and learn how to reduce these common problems. Chris McKay, Sunday morning, 8:30. News Radio 570 WKBN.
2017 Ford Escape SUVs for only $239 a month? Is that even possible? Yes, at Fairway Ford in Canfield it is. Lease a 17 Ford Escape SE for only $239 with zero due at signing. Just sign and drive your new Escape home with nothing down. With credit approval for 36 months, 10,500 miles per year, just sign and drive. See us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
For Old World taste, try Krakus Polish Deli, Market Street, Boardman, across from the Wagon Wheel. For your home or business, call Mazza Heating in Girard, your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Now, the Storm Team 27 forecast.
It's going to be a beautiful start to the weekend with mostly sunny skies. High temperatures will climb into the mid-70s this afternoon. We'll stay quiet and clear overnight with temperatures back to right around 50 degrees. Partly sunny skies on Sunday and a bit warmer with high temperatures in the upper 70s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
It's 71.
All right, welcome everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and we do this on Saturdays where we get to talk about things that are cool in technology, answer some of your questions if you have some, and put you on the right track if that's what you need us to do. Tap into our brains during this hour, so if you have something that, really over the years, we've kind of evolved into a place where it's a little bit of a refuge here, where we're surrounded by technology, some of which we know really well, some of it is new to us, and this stuff always ends up making us feel a little bit inadequate, a little bit stupid. Even if you're a seasoned, computer veteran, what ends up happening from time to time is that a new piece of tech will come along and somebody will put it in your hands and you feel like a complete goof because you just can't find and navigate through it. You can't find your way through it. And so what's nice about our industry is they attempt to standardize things so that things are like other things. Like if you have an Apple or a PC, they try to stay uniform so you don't have to learn two completely different systems. Because I'll tell you, if you get a bunch of people that know it one way, and when you present it in a way that's different, people will create a standard in their mind anyway. So the big thing with Mac versus PC is PCs won the battle as far as what standards were there. And Macs were just different enough that if you walked up to one in the store, it might have been superior in every measurable way. But because it was less familiar, and if you tried to get stuff done, you couldn't, you shied away from it. Just because, and I'm going to say ignorance, it's a rough word, but it's not having the experience, not having, the hands-on, know what to do, comfort level, all that kind of stuff, which in this industry is the kiss of death. Okay, so if you're on an iPhone and someone hands you an Android, right, they are different enough for you to feel like a complete goof. But once you've handled it for a year, you almost feel like everybody should know. You hand it to your grandma and she starts tooling around on it. And in your head, you're like, well, why don't you know this? Why isn't this as intuitive as it is for me? It's because that reason is we allow these things to, into our lives. We play with it while we're bad at it. Nobody makes fun of us. We use it long enough till we get some familiarity to it. And then eventually it becomes second nature to us, and it truly becomes a tool to help us get more stuff done. Now, if that's, and I spelled that out here because this is what this show does. We get to talk about stuff that maybe you haven't touched yet, or maybe that you want to touch and you're trying to hear about it before you go and play with fire a little bit. Well, I will tell you that that's the biggest selling point of this show, is that we get to give you some nice, safe, easy environment to start on your path to learning this stuff. So whether or not you are day one, neophyte all the way, have no experience whatsoever, you will not be able to escape this show without hearing something that maybe piques your interest, maybe gets you involved a little bit mentally, and makes you want to go out there and learn a little bit more. And if you are seasoned, there's still stuff. I'm around smart people all the time, and I'm constantly picking up stuff that I can incorporate almost immediately. That's the amazing thing about tech, is that you cannot specialize in everything. Okay, so there's always going to be a part that's a little bit shadowy, that's a little bit unknown to you. And that's what makes it interesting, is you will never know it all, right? So you could be a lifelong pursuer of the information in this industry. And so where it's daunting, if you think about it. If you go to school in the computer industry, it's great because it's always changing, and it's awful because it's always changing. So we have this little environment called the Youngstown Computer Show, where you get to sort of live vicariously through our conversations. People call and talk about the good things that have happened to them and the bad things that have happened to them, and because of those conversations. We're not doing it just for the sake of those people. We're collaborating. We're allowing you to overhear some of these conversations so that, when the IRS scam calls you, you already heard about it, right? They may have never called you, but you heard it so many times that you've got some knowledge that you bring into that phone call, so you don't get taken. So the beauty is, when I'm out in the road, I'm out on the road and I'm meeting people who listen to this show, when they can regurgitate some of the conversations that we had that were meaningful, I know that we're speaking the right stuff. If it sticks with people and they're able to use that and wield it as a weapon against the people that are trying to, either take advantage of them, because that pisses me off more than anything else, when you have people who are intelligent that are taking advantage of someone who doesn't have that experience. That makes me mad. I mean, we've always done, we got so much experience and so much knowledge in our head, we just flood it out and want to give it away to everybody so everybody could experience technology the way that we do. Because I'll tell you, this is exciting stuff. I didn't get in this industry for any other reason other than I think my industry is the coolest industry. I think there's enough of it that reinforces what you already know, and there's temptation that can take you in places that you think you might want to go, but everything can be made better through these technological tools. And even if you don't have the same aspirations that I do to just have everything reinforced by technology, you're not going to be able to escape it. Every year we make mention of it's integrated in our cars. It's integrated in our houses, our alarm systems, our thermostats, our washers and dryers. It's inundating everything that we come in contact with. So if you're going to sit on the sidelines and say, I'm not going to do this whole tech thing, you'll probably be able to just buy traditional stuff and you don't ever have to be affected, but it's going to be part of the experience that you're going to miss out on because of that attitude. So you got to weigh this out, okay? If you don't do it, you're going to take all the drama and all the excitement and all that stuff. You're just going to be, you're really regular when it comes to that stuff, right? Or we'll set a nice, safe place up where you can start to just demo enough stuff to see what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy. Maybe you don't want to watch a football game and watch the stats on a computer screen and watch all the carries and the yardage and all that kind of stuff. Maybe that doesn't do anything for you, but I love it. I love having a computer right next to it where I can watch the stats of my favorite players and see what's going on. That enhances the game for me. Maybe I don't want, I want to pull out the atlas. I don't want no GPS telling me what places to take. Okay, well, I could see there's a lot of people who, hit the road and more interested in the voyage here. You're looking around and taking roads that you never been on before. I'm about the destination. I'm a destination traveler. So point A to point B, I know where I'm going to stop, when it's going to be, how long it's going to take to get there, how much fuel that's going to be consuming, what restaurants on the way, and where the hotel is, and a plan B in case something goes wrong. That's my kind of traveling. So all of this stuff that we have around us can literally make every experience that you have different/better. So the people who don't care for that stuff, then it's obviously not better, it's just different. All right, 330-729-9977 is the phone number. If you want to call up in the program today, ask you could just ask about regular computer stuff. If your computer's not working well or something like that, you can call us. If you have some electronics that you need some guidance on, sort of those what would Joe do kind of scenarios, feel free, call me, 330-729-9977. And I want to key in, I want to mention something I already did, where we really do, when something's new to us, we feel kind of stupid, okay? But there's the deal is if you carry the attitude into this, okay, that you're going to learn the theory, you're going to learn the why. Like, you got to look at the generation who's responsible for putting the technology together. They already have some standards that are baked into what's going to happen next. Everybody, you're going to assume that everybody has an internet connection. That's not a luxury anymore, right? So there's some things that are maybe just getting steam behind them now, but eventually that will eventually be baked into the overall cost. That's the innovations. That's that technology turnover that every generation when they build that standard that everybody's communicating via cell phone and everybody has internet, then everybody has broadband internet, and then everybody has super fast fiber optic internet. Those are the things that really start to matter because you start building infrastructure on it once it's the standard. All right. We got some calls lining up here as we asked for, so we're going to take those right away. 330-729-9977. First call going out to Joe. Joe, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you? Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Are you there, Joe? All right, going to put Joe back on hold here. I had him for a second, and then disappeared. Let's go to Howard next. Howard, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
I got a real simple question, maybe. Sure. I got a Samsung Galaxy. How do I get rid of spell check?
All right, so
driving me crazy.
I believe everything with spell check is under the settings and keyboard. I don't have an Android device here, so I can't tell you for sure. If you wait till the break, I'll actually look it up and see if I can give you some more step by step.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Howard. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to put that on my list because I hate when I forget to do those things during break, so I'm going to write that down right now for Samsung. Disable spell check. Another one that I was asked about this week that I looked up was on an iPhone. This is an annoying thing where the iPhones will remember word corrections and things that you've entered in there. The dictionary. Well, the dictionary in an iPhone, if you type in stupid things, like, we're texting back and forth with our friends and we type in something that's really dumb. Well, my name used to be in my phone for some reason in all capital letters. And it annoyed me because when I was texting and I would put my last name, it would, regular text and then boom, all capital letters, and it annoyed me. So in the iPhone, you actually had to clear the dictionary. We had to clear all of those and make it go back to, day one type of stuff. So what I suggest to people when they're entering things in their phone, do not enter stuff in there that you don't necessarily want to just pop up and be a suggestion down the road, because a lot of the gibberish that we throw out there and some of the, the slang that we put into our phones, one day you just might be judged by what words appear in that dictionary. So just be careful. And if you do have a lot of mess ups in there, you clear the dictionary, you start over, and it's not that big of a deal. There's a lot of the most annoying part are the names part, where it doesn't know most of the people you know. So, it doesn't have suggestions and you end up having to type it out a whole lot. But after it gets to know you a little bit, it makes those corrections and know that, that weird name that's in your phone is an actual textable word and stuff like that. So that's helpful. 330-729-9977. Let's go to Bill. Bill, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Yes, I had a question regarding lagging when I'm using my desktop PC. So when I'm on the screen and you're moving the cursor, you can see it almost jumping around and lagging. And then if I listen to something like maybe on YouTube, it sounds like the sound is in a tunnel, and it's like it's also skipping, like there's the computer's bogged down, kind of.
Okay, so this is when we do sort of our performance cleanups in the spring. One of the main things we look out for are the programs that are hogging system resources down. So we'll go on that side of the spectrum first, because we're going to assume your internet's halfway good and your CPU's plenty and you've got enough memory. So we're going to see what's taking up more than its share of system resources. So if you go into Task Manager, you can go to the Performance tab. You can align it by how much memory usage and CPU usage and kind of watch what's happening in the background. Sometimes that led to some insight into if you've got a program that's misbehaving, or at least, Chrome for a little while. If you had an old version of Chrome, you'd go to your Performance tab and it looked like all of your memory is taken up by each individual Chrome process. So then you can pare that back and you can uninstall, reinstall, or you can remove some extensions. You could start cleaning it up based on what it's doing. So sounds like in your case, the lag might be maybe an overzealous program that's staying active or at least popping up and taking out too much system resources.
Okay, so again, go to Task Manager and then Performance tab?
Yeah, that'll just give you the window to look at it. Well, you can't actually do much through the Task Manager, but at least you can see what's going on. And when you click on the top like the title of each one of the columns. It allows you to sort it by whatever's at the title. So if it says CPU usage, if you tap on the title of that, it'll range it so anything at the top is a lot of CPU usage, and it goes down from that course. So anything that appears at the top is going to be using more system resources than the stuff on the bottom.
Okay. And then once I determine that, how do I fix it?
Yeah, it's all going to depend on the program. If it's just a third party like Chrome, you can uninstall, update, or remove it. A lot of times we'll remove it, and then we'll watch the behaviors of the machine, watch it so that it stabilizes without that program, and maybe downloading a newer version of what was on there and putting it on there, and then we'll watch again to see if it returns to that bad behavior. There's been times on machine that it just didn't have enough system resources to accommodate the application, so you have to then, add some memory or whatever. But that's the window. That's the guidance that you're going to get of what to do next.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. And just kind of going a little bit further, the differences here of CPU usage and memory usage. So if, you know what, I want to spend some time on this. So we're going to take a break, take some more of your phone calls. The phone number, 330-729-9977. You can also text us, and I'll be answering those texts along the show today, 333-1570. All right, we're going to take this break, come back, take some more of those phone calls. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
You're hearing the Youngstown Computer Show with Joe Danier on News Radio 570 WKBN.
New 2017 Ford Explorers for under $28,500 at Fairway Ford in Canfield. That's right, loaded Explorer XLTs for under $28,500 with a third row seat too. Or lease it for 36 months at only $319 a month with zero down and 10,500 miles per year. Explorers for under $28,500 or $319 a month. See us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
Business owners, are you paying too much for group health benefits? You now have a new choice that could save you money. Your local Chamber of Commerce has teamed up with Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield on a plan that will benefit your business for years to come. This plan includes expanded wellness. Call 1-844-MED-OHIO or visit 844medohio.com. Again, that's 844medohio.com.
Since 1959, Windsor House has been a trusted source of assisted living, rehabilitation, home health, memory care, and nursing services. With 12 nursing homes and 5 assisted living communities in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania, Windsor House provides compassion, integrity, and a tradition of caring for you. Visit windsorhouseinc.com or call 330-545-1550 to learn about Windsor House.
Who do you trust more? The people who tell you what you want to hear or the people who tell you what you need to hear? At Financial Engines, we believe the same is true for financial advisors. Who would you trust more? The one who tells you what you want to hear. Hey, don't worry about retirement. It'll all work out. Or what you need to hear. If you don't have a plan, you don't have a chance. At Financial Engines, we believe that everyone deserves to achieve their financial goals, and our experienced advisors can help guide you to and through a successful retirement. Right now, for a limited time, get a free portfolio review by an experienced local advisor. Just visit financialengines.com or call Financial Engines at 800-242-5111, and we'll connect you with a financial advisor near you to help create a plan for providing monthly income during retirement. Don't take chances with your financial future. Call Financial Engines. Schedule your free review of your current financial planning needs and portfolio. 800-242-5111. 800-242-5111. That's 800-242-5111.
If you're over 50, listen carefully. Do you have trouble remembering names, where you put your keys, or where you parked your car? Even simple facts that you should remember but just can't? By age 50, the average person has lost half of their short-term memory. And it only gets worse. Don't ignore the warning signs of age-related memory loss. Call now to receive a free 30-day supply of Cebria, the best-selling non-prescription memory formula supported by 20 years of memory research. A scientific study shows that Cebria can boost your memory within just 30 days. Just call 1-800-990-7765 to get started.
I saw myself go from forgetting people's names, forgetting phone numbers, forgetting, you name it, I don't know, to having it all at my fingertips.
Get your free bottle of Sebria. 1-800-990-7765 or order online at freememoryoffer.com. One free month per household. Don't wait. Call 1-800-990-7765 or go to freememoryoffer.com.
Welcome to America Speaks by Zip, the polling app that lets you tell the nation what you think. Download the Zip app today. It's Saturday, August 26th. Is working from home truly productive? Now, we have one study that says remote work can increase performance by 13%. What are your thoughts on this? We polled men and women, and 55% of men, 62% of women say they consider this paid free time. And then we have a pretty bad situation involving a Hong Kong fitness trainer who died after he fell from the 12th floor of a building while trying to get the best picture of fellow fitness trainers. Do you take it too far for a great picture? 83% of people who are polled play it safe, but the remaining people say the more dangerous it is, the better the picture will be. Answer all of life's opinion-based questions with just one swipe. Download Zip, the polling app that lets you tell the nation what you think. In the App Store, it's free and 100% anonymous.
It's time for the Bottom Line year-end sales event here at Sims Leasing. Lease a 17 Maxima SL for $13 down and $13 a day, plus 0% APR for 72 months on 11 models and no payments for 90 days. Remember, if you haven't shopped Sims Nissan, then you're not done shopping. Located on Elm Road off the 82 bypass in Trumbull County, where price sells cars.
With all rebates and discounts, must qualify for NMAC finance. 12,000 miles per year, maximum at $403 per month through 8/31/2017.
Temperature 72.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. And here's something interesting. My wife and I were talking about this earlier today, and I don't know, maybe this is... usually when people say, hey, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, it's followed by some kind of conspiracy theory. So a couple of weeks ago, I went camping, okay? And during the camping trip, I did have my phone on me. I didn't make any calls or do anything, but it was close enough to me that it could have been listening to something if I was saying it, right? It could have overheard me. And I was camping, and I had forgotten a hatchet. I had nothing to split wood with, right? So I was using a... what was I using? I think I was using found a wedge and a hammer, and I was trying to use the wedge and the hammer to cut some kindling and some firewood, right? But I did have a conversation with my wife in front of my iPhone, wishing that I would have had some kind of hatchet, or even planning that when I came home I was going to try to buy one, right? And so after that, I noticed, and this was maybe I went camping 3 weeks ago, and Monday of last week, I started getting advertisements for wood cutting apparatus. Okay, so like manual things where you, but okay, so part of me wants to say, hey, this must be camping season and they're advertising to everybody these little hatchets and wood cutting thing, right? Or I'm thinking back, well, wait a minute, how the heck did they overhear me talking about it and now they're advertising stuff about it? So that's, this is just conspiracy. It could be completely coincidental. I doubt it, but it could be completely coincidental that they're using the things they overhear through the iPhone to be able to bring marketing to you somehow. Because this was Facebook, and I got an email about it. So both email and Facebook both sent me stuff about cutting wood. I mean, what are the odds? Come on. Likely? I don't know. 330-729-9977. What's next? Oh, I was talking about the performance stuff. So the last caller was talking about it's laggy, okay? So I want to first describe to you what laggy is and why it happens, and give you some of the options. Lagginess is when you click on something and there's a delay when that thing happens. So you double click on an icon and it lags and lags, and then that thing certain happens. Or you open an email and it takes a while to be able to open. And that usually happens when your CPU is maxed out. So what you just asked it to do gets in a queue, in a line, and then eventually makes its way up to be able to be executed. Okay, so that's why when we have lag or latency, we have to find out if you're just slow, if your CPU is really, really limited, and that you just need a new computer because it's going to run slow no matter what, versus something's taking too much and you got to have that thing stop taking so much so that other programs can act more naturally in how they were designed to act. So when you go into your processes and look to see what's using all of your stuff, you can gauge, what's happening. So if you're doing a rendering and you see Adobe Premiere is at the top, taking all your CPU. Well, that's intentional. You're rendering something. Of course it's going to use more CPU. But if you're not doing anything and your CPU is being maxed out, it's a good way to find, or a good indicator that you need to find out what's taking it up. So that's just a little bit of what the lag is. You can uninstall those programs that are taking it up, or you can maybe troubleshoot them and run repairs on them to see if maybe they're not functioning how they should. So that's a couple things to be able to start to troubleshoot something that is laggy. All right, we're going to take some more of your phone calls when we come back. The phone number is 330-729-9977. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN.
You're hearing the Youngstown Computer Show with Joe Danier on News Radio 570 WKBN.
It's 1:30.
Here's what's happening in the Valley. A suspect has been found guilty of killing a man at a 2015 birthday party in Sharon. Michael Bagnall convicted of killing 23-year-old Jalen Bubby West. Investigators say West was shot during a disagreement. Bagnall was caught after leading police on a manhunt from western Pennsylvania to northeast Ohio before being caught in Pittsburgh. Senator Rob Portman met with local law enforcement, medical professionals, and members of the Northeast Ohio Coalition Against Human Trafficking in Boardman yesterday. The senator wanted to brainstorm with local experts on sex trafficking prevention. He recently proposed a Stop Enabling Sex Traffickers Act. That act would prevent websites from knowingly allowing third parties to sell women and children online for sex. Protesters of a Howland motel claim it's attracting drugs and crime. Howland police found a man dead inside the Capri Motel back in July. Protesters say that's enough. They gathered around the motel in Howland yesterday, saying some who stay at the hotel have serious drug problems, and they believe it's leading to more crime in the area. In sports, the Indians beat Kansas City 4-0. Reds over the Pirates 9-5. Scrappers beat West Virginia 6-5. Preseason football tonight, Steelers and Colts at Pittsburgh. Browns are at Tampa Bay. From the insurance experts, our Kashmiri and Associates News Center, I'm Dave Price on Youngstown Warren's only News Radio 570 WKBN.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Harvey hovering over the southeast coast of Texas, dumping rain which could reach historic levels.
We have the severe threat ongoing through tonight for tornadic activity.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean says one forecast sees the storm
Tuesday coming back into the Gulf of Mexico and then perhaps making a second landfall around Galveston. So that's why this is almost unprecedented. Meteorologically, we haven't seen something like this.
President Trump calling for unity, thanking our troops and veterans in his weekly address.
Every person who puts on the uniform makes our nation proud.
But Democrats in their address calling the president divisive. Connecticut Congressman Jim Himes saying the president delivers nothing that paints a dark picture of the future. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Next update at 2. Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charley's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charley's.
Quiet, comfort, and affordability. The most important things when choosing a place to live. Westchester Square Apartments offers something to fit every need and budget. 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, and studio apartments. They rent apartments, but they sell convenience. You can find luxury living at Westchester Executive Apartments, 1,200 square feet of upscale living with carports, or independent senior living at Westchester Commons, strategically located in the center of Austintown, right next to Route 11. For the perfect apartment, call 330-799-5758. Come and be a good neighbor in a community of good neighbors. Westchester Square Apartments, Austintown. For more information, go to waldenmanagement.com.
Tune in every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for the Mahoning Valley Sportsman Show, hosted by Mike Craig, proudly brought to you by Bolt Construction. Over 35 years of doing things right in the gas and oil industry and airport gathering systems. Online at boltconstruction.cc.
Don't waste another dollar on that old beater. Don't spend a penny on that clunker. Because at Taylor Kia of Boardman, any trade goes. We desperately need trades, and you want a nicer, newer car. Push, pull, drag, or even bring us a picture of your old trade, no matter what you owe. Or get $6,000 for your old car toward the purchase of a new 2017 Kia Sorento LX SUV. Highest ranked midsize SUV in initial quality. 2 out of 3 years in a row. 2017 Kia Forte LX. Highest ranked compact car in initial quality. $159 per month lease with 0 security deposit. Plus, if you have a job bringing home $350 per week, we want to approve you because any trade goes at Taylor Kia of Boardman.com. 7870 Market Street in Boardman. On approved credit. Leases based on 36 months, 10,000 mile per year lease with $1,500 down. 0 security deposit. Trade deal purchase at MSRP on model 73212, 73222, and 73422 only. All factory rebates to dealer. All offers plus tax, title, and dock fee. Offers not in combination. For JD Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Expires end of month.
Awesome, amazing, sausage just like my grandmother's. Just a few of the things folks are saying about the Italian Village in Boardman, offering dine-in, takeout, and delivery on pizzas, soups, and salads, sandwiches, and some of the best Italian food in town. Popular Italian dishes like rigatoni hot pepper diavolo, fettuccine puttanesca, grilled polenta, angel hair polo pomodoro. And the list goes on. Take my word, go to the Italian Village on 224 next to Once Upon a Child and Plato's Closets. Or check them out online, ItalianVillagePizza.com.
Are you feeling stressed, having trouble sleeping? Tune into the Chris McKay Show, Sunday morning at 8:30, and learn how to reduce these common problems. Chris McKay, Sunday morning, 8:30. News Radio 570 WKBN.
Win your trip to our 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival hosted by Ryan Seacrest.
Let's get this started.
Over 20 of the greatest performers on the planet. September 22nd and 23rd at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Listen to win your trip.
Capital One is the proud marquee partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival. So cardholders, make sure to have your Capital One card with you at the Daytime Village presented by Capital One to unlock exclusive opportunities. See you in Vegas.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Board agent with a true story that can save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-224-5353. That's 800-224-5353. 800-224-5353. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Need a furnace and AC checkup? Call Massa Heating in Girard, your factory authorized Bryant dealer. Now the Storm Team 27 forecast.
It's going to be a beautiful start to the weekend with mostly sunny skies. High temperatures will climb into the mid-70s this afternoon. We'll stay quiet and clear overnight with temperatures back right around 60 degrees. Partly sunny skies on Sunday and a bit warmer with high temperatures in the upper 70s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
Temperature 72.
For news on demand, go to 570WKBN.com. Brought to you by Donnell Ford.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and we bring this show to you every Saturday. We get, just to talk about things that are happening in the technology world. So we make some suggestions, we give you some warnings about things that are to come, and just overall help you become a better computer user. And I'll extend that, not even just computers, but just about anything that's got a chip in it. All right, so 330-729-9977 is the phone number. We had a call earlier about setting or disabling spell check on an Android device. So I did look that up. There are two things that I'm going to tell you about. The first one is sort of the step-by-step. You can Google this. I Googled Android disable spell check just to see where it was in the Android operating system. And it looks like you go to Settings and then find the Personal section, find Language and Input Options, and then under Language and Input Options, there's a spell checker checkbox, and you can turn it off. So again, that's Personal section, Language and Input Options, and then look for spell check, and you can uncheck that. Secondly, and that is if you want the spell checker, the thing that actually changes or makes suggestions on the spelling, you can also have the predictive text If that gets annoying to some people too, when you're actually texting, there's a little gear icon by the keyboard, and you can use that to slide off predictive text. So one of them actually analyzes what you've put out there and kind of gives you warnings when it's not spelled right, and one of them tries to figure out what you're going to say next and gives you those little suggestions at the bottom. Both of those can be turned off through the options on both those. And also on the iOS, same thing, it's just under keyboard. All right, 330-729-9977. And every show I broadcast over on my YouTube channel, too. So if any of you listeners out there are on the go, you can either listen to us on the iHeartRadio app, you can do it on terrestrial radio if you're in the car, or you can log into the YouTube channel and actually see a video feed coupled with the audio feed and listen to us that way. So I always publish a link to it on my Facebook page, but you can just search for Youngstown Computer YouTube, and my channel will come up. It'll be the live version, so you can see it just as this goes on. And it's kind of cool. A lot of the people who've listened to the program, once they meet me, they tell me that they pictured me completely different. I always wonder what they picture of a techie computer guy who goes on the radio, what they think that looks like versus when they compare. You know, am I supposed to be this skinny, lots of pimples, something like that, kind of a, caricature? And then when I walk in with my bald head and my chiseled body like an MMA fighter, I'm a little intimidating, I think, maybe. All right, 330-729-9977. But you can go over there and check that out. Next thing, this week I had a chance to set up a couple of cellular internet modems. And we get a lot of calls on this program over the years, a lot of these kind of calls over the program over the years, about people who are sort of in rural areas. They can't get DSL, they can't get cable, and now they're stuck with just dish, right? Just satellite. And it's awful. It's not a really great product, and it's only if you need it. Well, I got Verizon actually sells a modem / router that has a cellular radio built in. Now these don't have a big market, okay? So I would not, I know they're available right now, but I wouldn't predict that they're going to be around for good, because our network is just getting that good that I don't think they're going to be necessary. I mean, they probably sell so few of these, and they are such bandwidth hogs that, there's such limited market. I mean, your phone can pretty much do what this thing does. But in this case, we had to have something that multiple people could use over a cellular connection, okay? And it's LTE, so as long as, this is sold by Verizon, as long as you have LTE, you can get sort of broadband speeds. Now, it's unlimited, right? So you can get a plan that gives you one of these. The one I got was the Smart Hub, and it looks like a little Google Home or one of the little speaker sets, right? And it's just a little package, and it's got a little display on it. Has a cellular radio on it, so it has its own cell phone number. Connects to a data plan, so they give you, I believe it was 15 gigs as unrestricted, uncapped. And then after you blow through the 15 gigs, then it gives you a lower priority unlimited, where the first 15 gigs are on demand. But if you're in an area that has other people on it and somebody's requesting data and they're still within their 15 gigs, then they're going to get priority over you. You're going to get in line and get it. You're going to get the speed, right? So you're going to get the total. You're going to get the total bandwidth, but you might just have to get a little bit slower than that. When I say speed, I meant more like the total data that they're extending to. So the cold name unlimited, right? You can't put an asterisk next to unlimited. But what they're really saying in unlimited is they're not going to stop you from receiving data and give you a bunch of overage charges, right? The speed might degrade, the latency, you might have to wait a little bit for your turn in the queue, right? Because they're going to give you a lower priority. It's still unlimited. You can download 500 gigabytes, okay? But you might not be able to download it at the top tier speed if there are other people around you. That's really essentially what it means. But it makes us a little upset when I'm supposed to have unlimited, and how come I'm so slow? Well, it's because of that. They can't, if they gave these devices uncapped unlimited, people would just use it as their home broadband, right? And they would gum up the cellular networks, and it would really suck for everybody if that were the case. So I know why they do it. It sucks that they have to do it, but it's just a part of the game right now. All right, so I had a chance to use all three of these, and I will tell you, on Verizon's network, I got to experience 3 different locations. One of them, I got 5 bars of reception, and I got about 30 megabits per second off 4 bars of reception. And then another location, I had 3 bars of reception, and it was about 12 megabits per second. And then I had a 1/2, and I was like at 6 megabits per second. Okay, so from a practical, using it, setting it up as if it were broadband, that's what you could expect. So, and the radio was pretty good as far as I had a Verizon cell phone, and I had this smart hub in the same room, and they both registered the same amount of bars. So the radio is comparable to what you would have in the actual phone. So it did register legitimate. So if you're in an area and you can borrow someone's phone, if you have 4 bars, you can expect to get about 30 megabits from Verizon. And again, this is capped, so I mean you can't. I will tell you, my son watches YouTube videos for Minecraft, can burn through 20 gigs in about 3 days. Okay, so when you're watching HD videos, you can really, really, really use a lot of data. Now, if you're using just general browsing stuff, non-video, non-music, non-movie, that 10 gigs will last you quite a long time. So, but like I said, there's some operations, some situations where you'll burn through it pretty quick, and 10 will not even close to be enough. All right, so that's my experience with Verizon. It gets about 2 thumbs up for me in good service areas, and it was terrible in that 6 megabits. The latency was like 126 milliseconds, and then 65 milliseconds for the 3 bars, and then it came down to normal after you get up to 4 bars. So that's on Verizon's LTE network. In Boardman, it was amazing. That was my highest reading, was in Boardman. The other 2 areas was Niles and Alliance. Okay, next, let's see. My main phone, okay, I'm a road guy, right? So I take all of my calls on my cell phone, and so it is not just the people that I know, but it's the people that I do business with, and it's also people that, there's some sales calls that get generated. So a lot of people, sort of like me, are using their phone for everything. Okay, it's their home phone, it's their personal phone, it's their work phone, it's all on there. And I have an Apple Watch, so when I'm out there and I'm doing work, I could see who's calling, so I don't have to pick up my phone, because my phone rings quite a lot during the day. And about 50% of the calls are ones that I'll actually pick up, and 50% of the calls are, they should have never called me during the day kind of things. I did find an app, and I've been looking for an app that did this for a while. And it's a stupid name. It's No Mo Robo is the name of the app on the iPhone. No Mo Robo. And I hate how these people name apps, especially the really good ones. Can you imagine, like, if you were sitting down at a conference table and trying to pitch the perfect app that you found for a Fortune 500 company, and you had to bust out the No Mo Robo, right? I hate that. But anyway, basically how this works is it's intended for robocalls. Okay, so anybody that calls and it's not a real live person, it's somebody who cues you into, right? Well, they create a database of numbers that originate these robocalls, and your phone basically synchronizes once a day with that list, and then your phone sends those to voicemail without it ringing. And the reason I'm going, now this isn't the full thing for me, right? This is not like it just solves all of my problems. But if the method that they are using, if they're successful at this, having a way to filter phone calls based on databases, I want them to develop this so they can give me some maybe, send certain people, putting on certain statuses and whatever that's a little bit more automated. Like we use that program called SaneBox for email, and that's exactly what it does. It's sort of like a guiding a missile, right? You make decisions, and it remembers what your decisions were, and it's sort of like if it knows it's an important person, it moves it right to your inbox. If it knows that you've never read an email from this person or responded to this person or talked to this person, then it puts it in a box for you to look at later. It sends me a digest in the morning that says, here's all the ones that came in yesterday that we thought maybe were pretty important but really weren't. So I get to go through there, and if they missed any and they ended up in that non-important list, as soon as I move them to the inbox, that corrects it, and now it's learned that that person's now important, it's on that list. So this sort of like artificial intelligence to be able to make decisions like you would is where this stuff is going. So I like that this company, from what I've experienced so far, I mean, they charge $2 a month, so it's probably more than they're worth at this point. The only reason I'm paying is because I want this product to develop, and I want it to become more than that, because a way of managing phone calls this way, database-driven, learning, stuff like that, that's where I want this to head. So I figured I would mention that because it's so far, zero calls have been saved from this. But from a theoretical level, I really like the principle behind the product. All right, 330-729-9977, and we are about 19 days away from the next iPhone that's coming out. And this will be the iPhone 8, and it will be running iOS 11. Now, I told you a couple months ago that we were beta testing iOS 11, and I was a knucklehead and decided to put a beta operating system on my main phone, which what this means to me is I am bailing, right? I'm bailing on the beta program on this phone, and because it will be released, if I opt out at this point, when they do the release for the public, because I can't go back. I'd have to restore the phone and go back to it and install my apps and stuff like that. So I have to wait till this version releases. So it's my exit ramp off of this beta bad decision. So once I retract my beta application, when you guys get the 11, I'll get the regular version of the 11, and then I'll just be on the same cycle as everybody else is. And if I do this again, I will put it on a phone that's not my main production phone, because that was stupid. I don't know why I did. All right, so I'll tell you a bit more about some of the features that are going to come up on the iPhone 8 and see if you're interested in getting one of those when they get released in a couple weeks. All right, we're going to take a break. 330-729-9977. We'll take your calls when we come back. This is the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN.
You're hearing the Youngstown Computer Show with Joe Danier on News Radio 570 WKBN.
The Keystone Blind Association is seeking full-time and part-time positions throughout the area. As an equal opportunity employer, the Keystone Blind Association considers applicants for all positions regardless of non-job related medical condition or handicaps, or any other legally protected status. Disabled persons are strongly urged to apply. To learn more about positions available, visit KeystoneBlind.org, keyword employment.
Keystone, our vision works.
Your Ford truck leader, Fairway Ford in Canfield, has new 2017 Ford F-150 Super Cabs and Crew Cabs for only $339 per month. Loaded 4x4 F-150s for $339 a month with no money down. For 36-month lease, 10,500 miles per year with credit approval. Fairway Ford has a mammoth selection of F-150s, all with no money down. See us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
Men, you know how women are always suggesting something looks really good on you, and you think it's because they want to change you? It's the exact opposite. Frigo by RevolutionWear.com is underwear reimagined, the ideal solution for all that squirming and adjusting you're experiencing. Frigo by RevolutionWear.com releases you from pinching, pulling, and restricting. And trust me, they love the way it looks on you. Frigo by RevolutionWear.com. The revolution starts below.
When was the last time you walked out of a mattress store feeling confident about your purchase? These places exist for one reason. For a highly trained, commission-driven salesperson to dupe you into spending way too much money on a mattress. Hi, my name is Neil, and I'm one of the co-founders of Casper. Casper was created with a single goal in mind: deliver a great night's sleep at an incredible value. So we hired a team of engineers and designers to develop a single perfect mattress that sleeps cool and has just the right sink and bounce. We sell the Casper mattress online, skipping the markups of mattress stores, and we let you try it out in your own home for 100 nights risk-free. In less than 3 years, we've rapidly become the internet's favorite mattress. In fact, it now has more than 20,000 reviews with an average of 4.8 stars. Try us out today. Simply go to Casper.com and use code MEDIA to get $50 towards your mattress purchase. Terms and conditions apply. That's gift code MEDIA at Casper.com for $50 towards your mattress purchase. Casper.com. Thanks for checking us out.
Hi, I'm Mary, a student at Hillsdale College. Here is President of Hillsdale College, Dr. Larry Arnn, on the separation of church and state.
America's founders believed in the separation of church and state. in that the country was not to have an official religion or an official sect. But that did not mean that government was to be hostile to religion, or even indifferent to religion, as many today argue. In fact, America's founding document, the Declaration of Independence, includes both a reference to God as the author of the laws of nature and a confident assertion that human beings are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Far from being hostile or indifferent to religion, America's founders understood the theology of the Declaration to be an essential part of the education of citizens.
This Constitution Minute was brought to you by Hillsdale College. To receive a free pocket Constitution and Declaration, go to constitutionminute.com.
Not available in all states. Hey, Tracy, heard you started your own business.
Yep, a Reese and Irvy's frozen yogurt vending franchise. It's the latest revolution in healthy frozen yogurt. My robots...
Wait, your robots?
Yep, my robots deliver 7 flavors of delicious and healthy frozen yogurt to customers in high-traffic locations. And Reese and Irvy's provides everything we need to succeed.
And the robots do the work.
They work, so I don't have to.
How can I get my own robots?
Simply go to froyofranchising.com, enter promo code 7676, and submit your information. That's froyofranchising.com, promo code 7676.
When is the best time to talk to your family?
All right, tell me if that's a little bit better. I lowered the volume on the main one. So if you're listening now on YouTube, I changed the volume and lowered it a little bit so it's less scratchy and distorted. So sorry about that.
Is authentic Polish deli and bakery, Market Street, Boardman.
happening in the Valley. A suspect has been found guilty of killing a man at a 2015 birthday party in Sharon. Michael Bagnall, convicted of killing 23-year-old Jalen Bubby West. Investigators say West was shot during a disagreement. Bagnall was caught after leading police on a manhunt from western Pennsylvania to northeast Ohio before being caught in Pittsburgh. Senator Rob Portman met with local law enforcement and medical professionals and members of the Northeast Ohio Coalition Against Human Trafficking in Boardman yesterday. The senator wanted to brainstorm with local experts on sex trafficking prevention. He recently proposed a Stop Enabling Sex Traffickers Act. That act would prevent websites from knowingly allowing third parties to sell women and children online for sex. Protesters of a Howland motel claim it's attracting drugs and crime. Howland police found a man dead inside the Capri Motel back in July. Protesters say that's enough. They gathered around the motel in Howland yesterday, saying some who stay at the hotel have serious drug problems, and they believe it's leading to more crime in the area. In sports, the Indians beat Kansas City 4-0. Reds over the Pirates 9-5. Scrappers beat West Virginia 6-5. Preseason football tonight, Steelers and Colts at Pittsburgh. Browns are at Tampa Bay. From the insurance experts, our Kashmiri and Associates News Center, I'm Dave Price on Youngstown Warren's only news radio, 570 WKBN.
Harvey continues to rage. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News. More than 12 hours after making landfall, Harvey has just lost hurricane strength. It's now been downgraded to a tropical storm, but still lashing the coastal Texas area with high winds and pounding rains. Hardest hit appears to be the city of Rockport, Texas. Fox's Steve Harrigan in front of an apartment building ripped apart by the storm.
This is what happens from a Category 4 hurricane, winds of 130 miles an hour. Rockport, one of the small towns directly in the path of that storm, really devastated this place. It was under a mandatory evacuation. So far from rescuers here, they have reported no deaths, but it's a very low-tech rescue operation, and it's really just getting started.
Computer models show that Harvey may be far from over.
This model actually shows this storm hovering Sunday, Monday, and then as we get into Tuesday, coming back into the Gulf of Mexico, and then perhaps making a second landfall around Galveston.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean.
And when we're talking about storm rainfall totals of over 50 inches, this is going to be life-threatening, catastrophic, and a potential disaster in the making as we go through the next couple of days.
Now 4,500 inmates are being evacuated from 3 state prisons because the nearby Brazos River is rising rapidly. There's been another crash involving a U.S. military aircraft. This time a Black Hawk helicopter has gone down off of Yemen's southern coast during a training exercise. A search is underway for 1 crew member still missing, 5 others rescued. The U.S. Pacific Command revising its earlier assessment of 3 missiles launched from North Korea yesterday. Military now says 2 of them flew about 150 miles into the Sea of Japan. The first reports were the 3 missiles were likely duds. The White House says it is monitoring the situation. Fox News, fair and balanced.
Our next update at 2:30. Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charley's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charley's.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest gift.
We're saying thank you to guests at America's and Canada's Best Value Inns with our Hello Rewards program. We've done away with traditional points and tiers to make the experience all about you. Hello Rewards treats you to exclusive benefits, personalized perks, our best rates, and you can earn free nights at 1,100 hotels, including America's and Canada's Best Value Inns, Country Hearth, Guest House, and Red Lion Hotels. Reward yourself and join Hello Rewards today at myhellorewards.com.
Join Ron Verb for the Home Run Payoff Inning, weekdays just after the 5 o'clock news. Guess the correct Home Run Payoff Inning and win dinner for 4 at Chili's, plus 4 tickets to a Tribe game. The Home Run Payoff Inning, brought to you by Boardman Subaru. Are you feeling stressed, having trouble sleeping? Tune into the Chris McKay Show Sunday morning at 8:30 and learn how to reduce these common problems. Chris McKay, Sunday morning, 8:30. News Radio 570 WKBN.
You're unique, so why is your mattress one size fits all? Because a custom mattress costs thousands, until now. Hi, I'm Christian von Rickenbach, founder of HelixSleep.com, where you can buy a mattress online, customized for you, for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. Go to HelixSleep.com, answer a few simple questions, and we build you the most comfortable mattress you'll ever sleep on. Shipping is free, and you have 100 nights to try it out. Go to HelixSleep.com/talkradio and get $50 off your order. HelixSleep.com/talkradio.
Take the short drive to Geneva on the Lake and enjoy Old Firehouse Winery. For your home or business, call Mazza Heating in Girard, your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Now, the Storm Team 27 forecast.
It's going to be a beautiful start to the weekend with mostly sunny skies. High temperatures will climb into the mid-70s this afternoon. We'll stay quiet and clear overnight with temperatures back to right around 50 degrees. Partly sunny skies on Sunday and a bit warmer with high temperatures in the upper 70s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
Temperature 72.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer. We bring this show to you on Saturdays to talk about things that are cool in the tech world, give you some guidance. So if you have a question, you want to pick my brain, 330-729-9977 is the phone number. I was just talking to Dave off during the break there, and the station here, Dave, the super producer on the other side of the glass, he got hit with a call in from the IRS asking. He hung up on him pretty quick. You want to tell him, Dave?
It was exactly like you always talk about. It was robotic. And it was, I always answer the phone, WKBN, could I have your first name? This is the IRS. And I was like, immediately I just hung up because if you don't know by now, they're never going to call you. They will never call you. So I knew better.
Cool. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. And that's just, when we hear stuff like that, we tell everybody else if they're doing it. So here's how this works. So they get these phone lists, right? And these phone lists get attached to other data lists that they might have a little bit of information on you. So they might have a phone number, and then next to your phone number, it might have your first name and maybe the city you grew up. Well, the more details they have on you, when you get on the phone, the more stuff they can tell you about you, so it makes them seem more credible. Just because they have it on you, I don't care if it is the IRS, okay? And I'm with Dave that they're never going to call you, but let's just say on some weird occasion they decided to call you. I'm going to tell you that I don't care who you are, I am not receiving a call from you and saying anything important to you. I don't care if you're legitimate or not. I'm not giving you my address. I'm not giving you my age. I'm not giving you my password, my social security number, anything like that. If you called me, the general rule is I'm going to call you back if we're going to do any business on the phone. And I'm not even going to do business on the phone. That's, it's just not safe enough. There's no way that I can verify you are who you say you are over the phone. You can give me lots of data, right? Your caller ID might even look like it came from where it's supposed to come from. Doesn't matter. There's no way to know on the other side of that phone you are who you say you are. So I'm just not doing business. So if you adopt that rule as like I did, don't let them make you afraid or say something that puts you into a panic. You don't care. Your rule is I don't do this over the phone. If something's important, send me a letter like everybody else. If it's good enough for the IRS, it's good enough for you. So send it in the mail. All right, there's my 2 cents on the IRS thing. A little bit about, I guess before I went off to break, we were talking about that, the cellular. So those of you who are out in rural country areas, where it is an option, I would, before you buy an equipment or get sold on that, I would check to see what bring a friend over that has Verizon and check to see what their signal bars are, and then you'll know if you're in that range. To me, 2 bars meant 6 gigs. 6 gigabits, 3 bars meant 12 gigabits, and 4 bars meant 30 gigabits. So you can use that, and your mileage may vary, but that's a general rule that we're going to use here. So closing that out. 330-729-9977. Let's go to Richard. Richard, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
I'd like to know if there's any books or any classes I can take that they could teach me how to repair computers.
Sure, like a general basic?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of 2 things. We hold general classes every couple months or so. So if you want to get put on our list, we can have Carla give you a call when that's ready to go. The libraries are also a pretty good resource for being able to do a sit-in and get a basic. So if you've never been in front of a computer, the library is good, but it's a little bit on the low side. If you want to get a little bit deeper, have Carla give you a call and attend one of our classes.
Well, how much your classes?
$50 a seat.
$50, and you have them how often?
But we have different versions of it, but we have it the basic version at least once a month.
Once a month, okay. All right, now if any. Okay, yeah, the library probably could help me out. Probably more than anything else as far as books go. I think I can. You can go online now to get into the library. I have a library card, and I can go into the library and go under computer repair and a whole bunch of stuff like I used to do for lawnmower repair.
Yeah, heck yeah. And in fact, if the first thing you learn is how to navigate around YouTube, you can pretty much learn anything there is to know through a video on YouTube.
I forgot about YouTube.
Yeah. So I've learned from things from installing a mailbox all the way to installing electronics. So yeah, you can find it out there.
I totally forgot about YouTube. That's a good idea.
There you go.
Okay, hey, I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
I'll keep in touch about them classes too.
Yeah, if you discover something I didn't mention, make sure you send it my way.
Okay, I appreciate it very much. Hey, by the way.
Yes.
You can. I might be interested in a new computer pretty soon. You say you can get one. I just want the basic. I don't even need 200 gigabyte. 150 or 160 be fine.
Yeah, we actually have a low end. Well, I'm gonna say middle of the road. Residential grade computer that we keep stocked pretty much all the time. So when you're ready, call our guys and see if that works in and ends up being what you need.
How much about ballpark figure you talking?
I want to say that one's around $500.
Oh, that's great. Because I tell you what, I'm tired of buying these used computers on eBay. They come to the house, they're broke, they're slow or whatever, and I'm spending more money on them junk things that I could just buy a good one and get by for it. Get by with it for years instead of fooling with this junk.
Exactly.
And then also you can eliminate. See, if I bought one off of Best Buy or something like that, I don't know how to eliminate the things I don't need, because I listened to your show a couple of weeks ago and you was telling me that it comes with all the bells and whistles, a lot of stuff I don't need, and you can help me delete that.
Yeah, and it's proportionally. So basically, that computer that you buy at Best Buy is subsidized with that software, but then you pay someone like us to remove that stuff. So it ended up being the same price that it would be if you just bought it from us without that stuff on there. So it's all proportional.
Well, when I say when I get enough money, I'll be knocking on your door.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Richard.
Hey, thank you very much.
No problem. Take care. And I'm glad you're out there. I'm glad you're a listener to the Youngstown Computer Show. And that's sort of what I'm talking about right there. But, that is our basic user. They're getting their feet wet. They need a safe place to just, plant their flag. They know what they want. The guy was just completely open and honest when he was telling me what I needed. He wasn't defensive about it. I love that. I love the fact that we've got this rapport and this relationship with the public, knowing that, like I said, we're just going to give you truth and help you make a good decision. And you don't have to, we're not going to take it personal. If you go and find a great deal at Best Buy and it saved you $300, awesome. That's exactly what we would do. And if especially if he has time to wait, if he's saving up his money to get a computer and $500 is the target, between now and when he buys it, he just keeps an eye on those flyers that come in. Oh, back to school sale. Here's a computer. It's $300 cheaper. Speaking of which, I should probably tell you about I'm going to write that down on my list too. When you have these back to school stuff, how you really figure out if it's a good deal or you're just buying older, crappier hardware. So I'm going to write that down and say a little bit about back to school sales too. But I don't want to keep Denny out there hanging, so we're going to take Denny's call next. Denny, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
I just wanted to add on about the phone scam idea.
Yeah.
The latest thing at my house is that the calls that are coming in that are robocalls somehow are hijacking the local prefix. Let's say that you live in a 533 prefix. Those calls are coming in on the ID as coming from a 533 number. When you know that they're coming from who knows where, internationally or wherever they're coming from. So somehow what's happening is the the people who want to get your attention are getting the local numbers, and they're substituting the local numbers for wherever they're calling from.
Yeah, that you can mask that caller ID, and I can make it look like I'm calling you from the White House. It really doesn't enter into it. You can fake it so quickly.
Yeah, but they really are reacting, to people's idea that now they've got a caller ID, but fine, they won't know that this is really not a local call or from where it says it on the ID at all. They might say a 533 number as an example, and I might say it's from Joe Smith when it has nothing to do with either of those. Two ideas at all. So,
right.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about is when you talked about processes earlier and trying to increase your performance on your PC. Is there a site that you might recommend to go to that would help explain which processes you want to keep and maybe which ones you want to trash somehow?
Yeah, there's actually. Let me look up the name. It basically was processor analysis. It was the program that I would use. It would evaluate everything and give you the ones that knew were elective, ones that it knew were mandatory, and it would give you those ones it couldn't figure out. I'll look at the actual name at the next break. If you stay tuned, I'll make sure I mention it.
Was that a freeware program?
It is. Yeah, it's absolutely free. It's a tiny little application.
Okay, and there's nothing embedded in it that gets you in trouble later on.
Not at all. It's so tiny. You install it, let it evaluate, then you can uninstall it right away after it's done its cleanup. That's the only one that I would trust.
Okay, all right, and I'll be listening for the name later on.
Okay, thanks so much, Denny. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah.
All right, take care. And what he was talking about there is when you look at the processes that are running, there might be 50 of them. Well, how the heck do you know what they even are? Usually they're some obscure name .exe, and you don't really know what it is. So you might be able to see that it's misbehaving and it's using your CPU, and then you'd have to take the name and Google it and see what kind of program it's attached to. But what Denny's suggesting is that you could look at all of the processes and maybe you can, if you take the ones you don't need, you can uninstall the program they're attached to. Those ones disappear. Because a lot of times, the one that's misbehaving isn't really the one with the problem. The one that's having the problem might be affected by the many dominoes of other programs that are on there. So let's just say there are 5 applications on there you don't need, don't use, don't want, right? You uninstall those 5 and then everything behaves better. It all performs better. So keep that in mind that he's on the right track there with figuring out what each one of the processes are. So, and I'll tell you, here's another difference here. You have applications that you see Word that's on your desktop and you double click on and it launches, right? That's not necessarily a process. Okay, that's an application. It's an on-demand, it's not running all the time, it only runs when you double click on it. A process doesn't care if you want it to run or not. It's running no matter what. So think of your antivirus. You don't want to say, hey, let's open up my operating system. I'm going to remember to open my antivirus every time. So you can attach programs to processes so that when the computer boots up, that application already starts to load. So that's really the primary difference. It's still an application. It's still software that's running in the background. It's just automatic where it doesn't care if a user's logged into the computer yet. Remember, your applications won't run until you're logged in and you're doing stuff. When you fire up your computer, when it starts booting up, those are processes that are taking it so long to get to your desktop, right? Each one of those applications loads. So if you start paring those down and getting rid of some, it'll boot a little bit faster, it'll run a little bit cleaner, have a little bit more system resources. So it's a really good idea to get rid of programs and processes that you don't necessarily need. Now, on the other side, if you end up killing a process that's necessary, you're going to have something that stops working. A couple days ago, I was doing a process cleanup, and I just so happened to touch one process that I probably shouldn't have, and got a blue screen of death. So you have to have a really good idea before you start turning things off manually that they're not necessary for the operation of Windows. So in that case, I learned my lesson, and I went back in there and I turned the process back on, and everything was back to normal. But system processes don't like to be turned off when they're necessary. Okay, so that's just a little bit. 330-729-9977. And let's do a little update on Cut the Cable. So about a month and a half ago, I unplugged all of my cable boxes, and I tried to fill in the programming just using Sling TV and a cable digital antenna, right? And I just noticed that we have not plugged any of our digital or our cable boxes back in. So they're being stacked up today, and they're being delivered back to our cable provider, and we will have officially cut the cable and no cable boxes in our house. So we called and canceled the service, and now it's a matter of canceling it, and that's $150 saved by just cutting the cable. And my wife, to me, I had a checklist of things that I needed to still work after we did this. My wife said, well, I haven't figured out how to get to these new things, so I end up just watching less TV. And I'm somehow okay with that. If she's watching less TV, I'm okay with it. My total cost at this point is $68 in relation to what I was paying. So I'm getting all the stations I did before, and I'm paying $68 instead of $150. Still have my internet because it's necessary. All right, Bob, I see you out there. We're going to take your call when we come back. The phone number, 330-729-9977. Take a break. Take some of those phone calls. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
You're hearing the Youngstown Computer Show with Joe Danier on News Radio 570 WKBN.
Thank you, Trumbull County and surrounding counties, for making us the #1 auto dealer in new and used sales. And here's why. Lease a Buick Encore for only $65 a month, a Buick Enclave for only $81 a month, a GMC Terrain for only $46 a month, and a Sierra 4x4 for $156. So if you haven't shopped the #1 Sims Buick GMC, then you're not done shopping. Located on Elm Road off the 82 bypass in Trumbull County.
Based on GMS and loyalty and includes all discounts and rebates. $2,500 cash or trade to its signing. Tax, title, doc, and acquisition fees extra.
Dutch Boy's new Platinum Plus paint with Stain Shield technology has the performance you expect from a luxury paint at a price you didn't. Platinum Plus is up to 50% more washable and stain resistant than a leading premium paint in satin sheen. Superiority ranges from 24 to 50% depending on sheen selected. Platinum Plus keeps your walls looking new longer. Menards and Dutch Boy paint have you covered. Go ahead, live your life.
Right now at Menards, get an 11% rebate on everything, including Dutch Boy paint.
Win great food and great prizes when we're out by spinning the Pizza Joe's prize wheel. Everyone goes to Pizza Joe's. With 47 locations, there's one near you. Or just go to pizzajoes.com.
Hi again, this is Dan Rivers. We're back for another year of Tribe Replay. Weekday mornings, 8:40 following a Tribe game. Brought to you by Stadium GM Superstore in Salem, where Zero Down delivers every day.
Governor Insurance. Over 10,000 satisfied customers count on us for auto, home, life, or business coverage. 330-539-9999. Governor Insurance. We work to take the worry away.
Inner Circle Pizza in Canfield's the place to call when you want the very best in carry-out food. Not only can you enjoy their great pizza, but you can take home anything from their wonderful menu. Log on to InnerCirclePizza.com or call 330-533-7575 and relax and enjoy.
Look, it's the Carpet Conquistador. He's slashing prices.
DJV Carpet, home of the Carpet Conquistador, offers wholesale pricing to the public. The best service, price, and selection. No pressure, no hassles.
Come to DJV and be a part of our family.
If you're looking for a new storm door, Bernard Daniels in Canfield is the place to be. We have Anderson storm doors at 50% off with a great selection of styles and colors to choose from. Come on out and see us at Bernard Daniels Lumber, 250 Railroad Street, Canfield, Ohio.
Are you taking Viagra or Cialis for ED? Now you can get Sildenafil, the active ingredient in Viagra, in generic 20 milligram tablets for less than $2 each. That's a savings of more than $40 per dose. We offer free shipping right to your house, and we will call your doctor to get your prescription changed for you. For more information on Sildenafil, go to ohioedrx.com or call 330-368-4848. Stop paying crazy prices for Viagra. Call 330-368-4848 now.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-383-2104. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-383-2104. Lou is one of you and will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-383-2104. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Call Term Provider, speak with Big Lou, and save on term life. Call 800-383-2104. 800-383-2104.
You're unique, so why is your mattress one size fits all? Because a custom mattress costs thousands, until now. Hi, I'm Christian von Rickenbach, founder of HelixSleep.com, where you can buy a mattress online, customized for you, for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. Go to HelixSleep.com, answer a few simple questions, and we build you the most comfortable mattress you'll ever sleep on. Shipping is free, and you have 100 nights to try it out. Go to HelixSleep.com/sleep and get $50 off your order. HelixSleep.com/sleep.
This is a police officer's family, happily getting ready for work and school. Sadly, some police officers don't make it home because motorists don't move over for emergency vehicles on the shoulder.
I'm Ohio Fraternal Order of Police President Jay McDonald. There are too many injuries and even deaths because drivers don't move over. When you see a stopped emergency vehicle, please move over.
Visit FOPOhio.org/moveover for more information and use hashtag MoveOver on social media to join us. This is a public service of the Ohio Fraternal Order of Police and this station.
For your next party, make it Chef Extraordinaire, Jeff Crystal at jeffcrystalcatering.com. Temperature 72.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. During that break, I was looking up that process program, and it looks like the version I've used for years no longer applies. You can give it a shot. The title is Startup Inspector. And it was good about taking everything that starts up in the beginning and giving you a little summary of what it is. If it's not compatible anymore, you're not going to get real good information on new stuff. So you want to, until I can find something that specifically says Windows 10, Windows 7, that it's probably too old to be useful at this point. I mean, feel free if you feel like messing around. The title again is Startup Inspector, but that was from our previous caller who wanted to know, hey, I'm looking at these processes, how do I know which ones are legit? Until then, if you take a couple of the ones up there that are misbehaving or using system resources and you just Google the .exe or whatever's running, you can one at a time look those up, and Google search should at least give you some indication of what it's related to. Some of them will say, hey, Windows 10 or whatever. Some of them will say Adobe, or it'll just give you a little bit of some guidance. It takes a really long time to do all of them, so that inspector was nice because it puts it all on one screen. All right, 330-729-9977. Let's go to Bob next. Bob, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi. A few weeks ago I called you about AOL discontinuing their service online.
Yeah.
You had to get a gold AOL.
Yeah, what'd you find out since?
Well, I got this big red box that would not let me proceed any farther. Basically, you're done. So I ended up calling them, and I get some foreign-speaking person, which is okay. I did understand them. I ended up going ahead and sign up for the service. Now I got AOL Gold, and it's actually a gold box with AOL, or like a circle. And it's $4.99. You know what? To me, I've had AOL forever, and the problem would be if you still wanted your mail, you have to go on and type in AOL mail. So you'd be on a different site, you know what I mean, just to get your mail. So this way, I start out, my mail's there, everything's there, I don't have to change nothing. So to me, $4.99 is worth it right now. I got a 30-day trial right now, and so far it's pretty good. And sometimes change is tough, and I know I can go to some free services, but for some reason I just liked AOL, you know.
Right. Well, if you hang in there long enough, when they get some money flowing behind them, their service should actually improve if given enough time.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, it's not bad so far, and it's actually $5.33 with the little tax involved. But to me, that's not bad. And free would be nice. But you know what? I've had them for so many years that I just can't seem to. I don't want to go through the process of switching over to another internet service.
Okay, gotcha. All right, thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
All right,
bye.
Take care. And to let everybody else know, AOL decided, it's been a long time coming. They were a paid service for many, many years, and they were at the top of their game. And then they ended up losing a ton of market share just with regular, how technology changed. And then they made it completely free Some people paid a little bit, but most of the people were free. And then they put the brakes on again and said, hey, we're going to go out of business. We keep doing this for free. So if you wanted to stay around, you had to pay a nominal fee to be part of that gold club that our last caller suggested. So, all right, we're going to take this break, come back, take some more of your phone calls. We've got a couple more topics we want to be able to get to. Phone number, 330-729-9977. And we're going to read those text messages, 333-1578. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. We'll be right back.
You're hearing the Youngstown Computer Show with Joe Danier on News Radio 570 WKBN.
It's 2:30.
Here's what's happening in the Valley. A suspect has been found guilty of killing a man at a 2015 birthday party in Sharon. Michael Bagnall, convicted of killing 23-year-old Jalen Bubby West. Investigators say West was shot during a disagreement. Bagnall was caught after leading police on a manhunt from western Pennsylvania to northeast Ohio before being caught in Pittsburgh. Senator Rob Portman met with local law enforcement and medical professionals and members of the Northeast Ohio Coalition Against Human Trafficking in Boardman yesterday. The senator wanted to brainstorm with local experts on sex trafficking prevention. He recently proposed a Stop Enabling Sex Traffickers Act. That act would prevent websites from knowingly allowing third parties to sell women and children online for sex. Protesters of a Howland motel claim it's attracting drugs and crime. Howland police found a man dead inside the Capri Motel back in July. Protesters say that's enough. They gathered around the motel in Howland yesterday, saying some who stay at the hotel have serious drug problems, and they believe it's leading to more crime in the area. In sports, the Indians beat Kansas City 4-0. Reds over the Pirates 9-5. Scrappers beat West Virginia 6-5. Preseason football tonight, Steelers and Colts at Pittsburgh. Browns are at Tampa Bay. From the insurance experts, our Kashmiri and Associates News Center, I'm Dave Price on Youngstown Warren's only News Radio 570 WKBN.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Harvey, which barreled ashore in Texas as a Category 4 last night, downgraded to a tropical storm drenching parts of southeast Texas. The Corpus Christi area getting some 20 inches.
Our biggest concern is the possibility of between 20 and 30 more inches of rain in areas ranging from Corpus Christi over to Houston.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott says that more than 1,300 Texas military members have been activated.
President Trump tweeted, closely monitoring Hurricane Harvey from Camp David. We are leaving nothing to chance. City, state, and federal governments working great together.
Fox's Garrett Tenney, and a first for a monarch, the King of Spain, Felipe, joining some 500,000 people in an anti-violence march in Barcelona, protesting last week's deadly terror attacks. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Our next update at 3, just ahead. More stimulating talk from the O'Charley's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charley's.
The biggest spa sale ever is taking place right now at Burnett Pools. You don't want to miss out on over $2,000 worth of savings. Listen to this. Purchase any new Hot Spring High Life Series spa, and you'll receive a free Ace saltwater system, a spa cover, spa steps, and $500 in added bonus cash. Hurry while the selection is best. Enjoy relaxing in the most natural spa water on the planet. You work hard. You deserve the best. And that's the all-new Hot Spring High Life Series Spa. Now specially priced, but only for a limited time at any Burnett Pools location in Cortland, Canfield, or Newcastle. Feel better, sleep better, let the stress melt away, and receive over $2,000 worth of incredible savings. Get more details now at BurnettPools.com or head directly to any Burnett Pools location in Cortland, Canfield, or Newcastle for their biggest spa sale ever.
Join Ron Bird for the Home Run Payoff Inning, weekdays just after the 5 o'clock news. Guess the correct home run payoff inning and win dinner for 4 at Chili's, plus 4 tickets to a Tribe game. The Home Run Payoff Inning, brought to you by Boardman Subaru. Are you feeling stressed, having trouble sleeping? Tune into the Chris McKay Show, Sunday morning at 8:30, and learn how to reduce these common problems. Chris McKay, Sunday morning, 8:30. News Radio 570 WKBN.
I had like memory foams, I had feather pillows, and I'd always wake up with neck pain. After sleeping on my pillow, I didn't wake up with the headaches. I was more aligned.
I didn't realize the connection between the pillow and sleep. When I switched to my pillow, I got a better night's sleep, and I love it.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs, and it holds that support all night long to take the pressure off your shoulders and keep your neck aligned so you get the best night's sleep of your life.
MyPillow is machine washable and dryable and comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and an amazing 10-year warranty. Plus, every MyPillow is made in the USA.
I personally guarantee that MyPillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
MyPillow is now offering 50% off their 4-pack special, plus free shipping. Go to MyPillow.com or call 800-480-1941 and use promo code IHEART. That's 50% off plus free shipping. Don't delay. Order now.
If you're a CPAP user, soap and water cleaning may leave harmful bacteria, viruses, and mold that can make you sick. That alone will keep you up at night. Until now, SoClean.com is the world's first and only automated, hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. SoClean kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs without soap, water, harsh chemicals, or even equipment disassembly. And now, you can try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-885-1144.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean's revolutionary design makes it easy to clean your CPAP and protect you against CPAP-related illnesses. Plus, SoClean works with all popular CPAP devices to clean them in minutes. It really is that easy. Don't risk your health. Call SoClean.com now to try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-885-1144. This offer won't last. Call now. 800-885-1144. 800-885-1144.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-224-5353. That's 800-224-5353. 800-224-5353. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Need a furnace and AC checkup? Call Massa Heating in Girard, your factory authorized Bryant dealer. Now the Storm Team 27 forecast.
Going to be a beautiful start to the weekend with mostly sunny skies. High temperatures will climb into the mid-70s this afternoon. We'll stay quiet and clear overnight with temperatures back to right around 50 degrees. Partly sunny skies on Sunday and a bit warmer with high temperatures in the upper 70s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
Currently 73.
News on demand. Go to 570WKBN.com. Bad credit, no credit. Special financing available at Donnell Ford, Market Street, Boardman.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I'm Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer. A little bit about Youngstown Computer. If you have something that you need fixed or you need to be get some guidance and direction, you can rent one of our brains. Sit down with you, talk to you about what you got. Pretty much this is how it works. So you have a computer that's not working right, or it smells funny, or it's making noise, or whatever reason causes some alarm and thinks that you should have someone look at it. You come into our office, you bring the computer in tow, and then you explain to one of our guys behind the counter what's going on with it, what it's doing that you don't want it to do. So if it's slow, you say, I want it to be fast. If it is making a bunch of noises, you want it to be quiet. And so you pretty much tell us what to write at the top of the paper and what you would like to be made different. We'll evaluate it. We'll basically take a couple of rough guesses as to what could be causing it, and then we'll prove it out on our bench, and we'll do an evaluation. We'll check to see if what you say can be explained some way. If we guessed right and you already kind of know what's going on, we just get started on it right away, and we start working on it to resolve it in the way that you want it to be resolved. If we're wrong and we found out some information, we call you back and say, hey, here's what we found. What would you like to do? We are not like the mechanics, and we are not not like that industry. We're not going to call you back and just say that there's something wrong. You kind of roll your eyes when they call you back and they say, well, here's your problem, that kind of a thing. You don't get that with us. We're being hired to do a specific thing, and we go out there and do that specific thing, and that's our gig. So after you give us the final approval that you would like it fixed and the amount of time for the cost that we tell you about, then you green light it. We put it on that 72-hour clock, and we really like to get things done within a 2-day window to get it back in your possession as fast as we can, because we kind of know what it's like to be without, and the longer you're without, the worse it gets. So we try to get it back to you as fast as we can. We give you a really good estimate as to how long it's going to take. We put it on our bench, get the work done. Then we could either bring it back out to you, or we could have it able to be picked up at our Struthers location. So if any of that you'd like to go through, I know it's never that great. It's like going to the dentist. You never actually want to go there, but it is really a great resource to have when you're in a pinch. We've rescued a ton of people over the years. At their most vulnerable, we do what we do best, which is we use our brain to help solve big problems for you. So when you're in that pinch, when you feel like you're up against the wall a little bit, come to us. We will rescue. We'll help you out. 330-259-7278 is the phone number. And stick with those guys to do your yearly maintenances. So when the weather gets nice after winter and before it gets winter, those are the prime times to get the dust and stuff blown out and keep the thing running as proper as you can. 330-259-7278. Dave and Anthony, who are most likely who you're going to run into down there. There are specialists over on the bench, our technicians, and they will be doing all the bench work and whatnot. So you can ask for them by name. David, who has this cheery British accent. That was the worst British accent in the world, but he's the one that will take you in and get you situated with your evaluation. 330-259-7278 is the phone number. Write that number down, post it on a sticky note, and slap it on the side of your computer, because there will be a day where you need somebody in the computer field, and we are volunteering right now to be that company when you need us. 330-259-7278 is the phone number. All right. Yesterday, okay, so my wife got a new car, right? And I hate this period in life. Buying a car is the worst because it takes so long. It takes so long to be able to pull this thing off. So we try to get our cars to last absolutely as long as possible, and I will keep them forever just so I don't have to go through the whole car buying thing. And we have a customer, Apostolakis, and they've been a great customer for years. So it was time to buy a Honda. I've never owned a Honda before, but now it's time to buy a Honda. And what I was most excited about is Honda. This CR-V is what I ended up getting. They sort of have they really key in on the technology part. So I was really interested to see new cars and how a 2017 model integrates with things like music and telephone and GPS and whatever. And so I had my expectations were at like a 5, right? And the way that they're doing this, so we guessed this about 5 years ago when this started happening. Me and Ian were sitting here, and I said, hey, your phone does all this stuff. When are they just going to allow cars to tap into it? And as you move around, your phone is going to feed all of your technology, all of your stuff. So you don't have to program everything. Your TV's programmed by your phone. Your refrigerator's programmed by your phone. Your car's programmed by your phone. And so finally it happened. You plug this phone into the car, and then, it's not like it feeds it to its own thing. It's your iPhone stuff is actually on the main center console. So like your maps, the iPhone maps, that's what it's on the GPS. It's not like using its own. It travels with you. And I was blown away by how well that they integrated these technologies together. So where my wife is happy, she has a new car and everything. I'm blown away just with how big of a swing that we've taken, and where I was really hoping the technology would start to go. They've kind of done it. So I wanted to brag a little bit. Not only are they, they're my customer, and I'm glad that we got to bring some business our way. I really believe in that whole reciprocal thing where our customers are loyal to us and we're loyal to our customers, and you got this whole big group of good people that just, we don't do business with one another. It just makes life more enjoyable that way. So I'm glad I could bring the business to them, and I'm glad that they delivered a product that I can come on here and brag. My favorite part of it, though, is I'm a busy guy, right? So I do not want to spend 1 minute longer doing the stupid process as I possibly can. So I did as much like phone in email in, so I don't have to sit there. And that was I want to get to the point where when I want to go buy a car, I can just skip that whole episode. I could put my preferences in my phone, and when I show up, my preferences tell you everything I need, and I just 10 minutes later walk out the door. The convenience store of buying cars. Well, maybe that's down the road a little bit, but it was a pretty good experience with them, and I should say it was a great experience with them, and the product was really knocked me back a little bit because I was really impressed with the technology. So kudos to them. All right, 330-729-9977 had a couple text messages roll in during that tirade, so let me offer some response. Yeah. Anyway. First one is, Joe, I didn't get my flu shot yet, and my computer has a virus. Should I stay away from it until it's fixed? Is it contagious? Interesting. And I will probably say that not getting your flu shot, it's probably just a bad choice. You probably should have done that. But this does bring up, and this was in jest, I'm sure, but it does bring up when you do start to have a lot of your digital stuff. And, viruses right now delete documents and, ruin your day, but they don't affect your health. What happens when you are connected and your health is connected and your travel's connected and your communication is all connected in all of this virus-laden environment? How much of viruses will affect your health? And, you want to, because your pacemaker has an interface to Wi-Fi, does it mean you're going to build a Faraday cage so that if you get a virus on your computer that, you stowed data away in the Faraday cage so he can't get infected? Because we don't want his heart valve to get hacked or anything, right? All right, Spectrum requires 3 services for $100 a month. How did you do it? All right, first of all, it wasn't Spectrum. It was Armstrong. And mine are separated out where my internet is for $100 and my cable is $150. And so I was able to kill off the boxes. Now, I anticipate maybe my internet goes up a little bit because that's all I have. But I can't imagine it going up all that much. So I'm lopping off about $75 a month in what I've done already. So even if it goes up $20 because I have it, that's still pretty acceptable. But I think Armstrong is a little bit better at dealing with individual services rather than that bundling thing that penalizes people from only buying one product. Spectrum, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with just internet purchases without cable television in the residential side. In the business side, they could care less if you get television or phones through them. I mean, they ask, but they sell, I want to say the last one that I did was about $90, and it was a 100 by 10 download. So it's still pretty cheap with Spectrum. Time Warner was a different animal. So thanks for that question, whomever you were. And then we have somebody, we were talking about the processes and evaluating the tasks. This person says, to check the impact of startup tasks, use the Startup tab in the new Windows 10 Task Manager. It lets you know which ones are the most impact, and you can disable them right there. So this is, if you open up Task Manager, there's an actual Startup tab. And under that Startup tab lists any applications that are listed there, and gives you a little bit of a publisher information, whether or not they're enabled or you've already disabled them, or how they're impacting your startup. So this caller, thank you. And the most beautiful thing about our audience and this show, there are really, 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 really smart people that are listening to the show. And sometimes they just sit there and listen and whatever, but when we get one to participate and throw some of that knowledge our way, this show is phenomenal. Last week we had it with the guy that called about antennas. He knew the frequencies. He just knew what he was doing. You could tell he's been in the industry a while, and I'm really glad he lent some of his expertise. Even if it was for a short time, we all benefit from that. And again, these callers out there that they're listening, and when they can contribute, they let us know. So I want to appreciate everybody that listens, everyone who listens, whether or not, I don't care what level you're at. If you're helping contribute to these to the rest of the listeners, that's amazing of you, and it really is what makes this show the best show on this radio station, I'll contend. All right, maybe not, but it's close. 330-729-9977. And I did say that I was going to let you know a little bit about back-to-school stuff, so let me give you the little 30-second version of this. So basically what happens every Christmas, every Black Friday, every going back to school, they have these electronics back to school. Now, back to school specials. And so most of the time, you really don't know good deal versus bad deal. We just know that it's a low-priced computer. So, for instance, I bought an HP laptop. It was about $300, and I was expecting this thing to be pretty garbage, right? $300. When you look at the components, the screen is probably $100. The memory, processor, motherboard's probably $100. Operating system's probably $125. We're already above $300 in the cost it would take me to aftermarket parts put the stinking thing together. That doesn't include the labor to put it together, the insurances and the marketing and whatever. So if you can't figure out why that machine is the price that it's at, right, then you have no business buying it, right? You have to know sort of what goes into these things to know why it's priced the way that it is. So if you have a machine that maybe came out in 2014, right, it's 3 years old, it's an i5, it's probably 2 generations back of CPU, it's got enough memory, it's got enough hard drive space, well, that one's probably $300 because they're selling it as close to cost as they can to get rid of it because it's an old machine. So they kind of take these better performing older machines and they use them as fodder for these back to school specials. So it's an older machine, but it's going to perform pretty well when compared to yesterday's machine, the one that was developed this year. All right, we're going to take another break here. Come back, take some more of your phone calls. 330-729-9977. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
You're hearing the Youngstown Computer Show with Joe Danier on News Radio 570 WKBN.
Soon we'll be relying on our furnaces more and more. So now's the time to call the award-winning experts in red at Price Heating and Cooling for your safety tune-up before the cold weather arrives. Right now at Price Heating and Cooling, special financing is available. So don't wait. Stay comfortable and safe all winter long. Call the experts in red at Price Heating and Cooling today at 1-800-SAVE-PRICE. That's 1-800-SAVE-PRICE. Or visit priceheating.com for safety tune-up special offers and more.
The Toyota of Warren moving sale is in full swing. This is General Manager Tino Merlot. Our prices are low, our trade-in values are high, and don't you dare worry about your credit. We'll get you approved. So don't miss the Toyota of Warren moving sale. It'll just cost you money.
Best days of summer down at the biggest county fair in the state. Y'all come early and stay late. A world of whirling rides and games of skill. Tasty treats and concerts that thrill will give you something to crow about. Boo and oink, let's shout it out at the Canfield Fair. The 6 best days of summer. 6 best days.
Don't miss Akron Children's Hospital Mahoning Valley Youth Day, Thursday, August 31st at the Canfield Fair.
Governor Insurance. Over 10,000 satisfied customers count on us for auto, home, life, or business coverage. 330-539-9999. Governor Insurance. We work to take the worry away.
Inner Circle Pizza in Canfield's the place to call when you want the very best in carry-out food. Not only can you enjoy their great pizza, but you can take home anything from their wonderful menu. Log on to InnerCirclePizza.com or call 330-533-7575. Then relax and enjoy.
Look, it's the Carpet Conquistador. He's slashing prices.
DJV Carpet, home of the Carpet Conquistador, offers wholesale pricing to the public. The best service, price, and selection. No pressure, no hassles.
Come to DJV and be a part of our family.
If you're looking for a new storm door, Bernard Daniels in Canfield is the place to be. We have Anderson storm doors at 50% off with a great selection of styles and colors to choose from. Come on out and see us at Bernard Daniels Lumber, 250 Railroad Street, Canfield, Ohio.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-224-5353. That's 800-224-5353. 800-224-5353. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, We shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Not available in all states. Hey, Tracy, heard you started your own business.
Yep, a Reese and Irvy's frozen yogurt vending franchise. It's the latest revolution in healthy frozen yogurt. My robots...
Wait, your robots?
Yep, my robots deliver 7 flavors of delicious and healthy frozen yogurt to customers in high-traffic locations. And Reese and Irvy's provides everything we need to succeed.
And the robots do the work?
They work so I don't have to.
How can I get my own robots?
Simply go to froyofranchising.com, enter promo code 7676, and submit your information. That's froyofranchising.com, promo code 7676.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Austin, but you miss Seattle? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist stations.
Hey, this is Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue on iHeartRadio.
Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. Free radio and unlimited music all in one app. iHeartRadio.
The Legacy Financial Show with Dave and Jerry. Now on Sundays at 9 a.m. Currently 73.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. Let me give you a quick list of the iPhone 8 specs that we might see in this upcoming 19 days away release of the next generation of iPhone. Okay, so first, they're going to have a curved edge-to-edge display. So, which means that right now your iPhone has about a quarter-inch border that goes all around the display. The new displays are actually concaved a bit. So they feel and look a little bit different, and it's edge, so it goes right up to the edge of the phone. You don't see this little, margin on the left and right of your phone. Second is a virtual home button instead of a physical mechanical home button. Those people who take these things apart say that is the worst part of these things, is getting a mechanical click button to work after it's been replaced. When if the screen was just allowed to go a little bit lower, the button could be just pixels that register a fingerprint, which is completely doable. We'll see how it works with the haptics, where you get some feedback when you touch it, it vibrates or it feels like a button, because the one on the iPhone 7, it doesn't have any mechanical parts, so it is kind of vibrating. If you've ever had your phone powered off and tried to touch the button, it doesn't feel like a button at all, because it's just really not. All right, support for the an Apple Pencil. Which Steve Jobs would murder anybody who suggested that any of his Apple products needed an appendage to work. It had to be intuitive, and you had to be able to touch it. So Apple Pencil is something that they're using with their iPad Pros now for artists to be able to do drawings and renditions. So that's support on the next version of iPhone. Has a stainless steel and glass body rather than the aluminum body. Multicolor mirror-like finish. Okay, that's just aesthetics. Upgraded storage. Starting at 64 gigs, so no more 32 gig versions, and then it has 3 gigs of RAM, and I believe the last one had 2 gigs, so I don't know that that's big improvement. iOS 11, which I've been previewing, it's pretty decent. You'll enjoy it. It's different enough from a look-feel standpoint. Let's see. Enhanced water-resistant waterproofing, higher quality earpiece for louder, clearer audio. The next generation A10X or A11 Apple processor. Price between $1,000 and $1,200. The first triple digit. You're used to paying about $700, maybe $800 for your iPhone. Looks like we're going to take a little bit of a leap, and we're getting into $1,000 for your phone. And we're getting away from that whole build it into your plan model too. So when you buy an iPhone, I mean they gotta spread payments all across that 1 year or 2 year contract that you have. It could be pretty pricey. So it's like buying a computer, And then they also have AR capabilities. And difference between AR and virtual reality, they really haven't suggested what it's going to be. But augmented reality, let's wait to see what comes out, because I'm not going to take any guesses, because if they're going to be quiet about it, I'm not going to take any. But I don't know where what can be improved by augmented reality so far on the iPhone. I don't know what direction they're going on, but we'll see. This one's got me a little bit concerned. Wireless charging. They call it inductive charging, and most of you know the MATs, but they're actually messing with companies that are suggesting that you can charge a phone from up to 15 feet away. really wireless charging. So Tesla has to be looking at us saying, see, told you I wasn't crazy. You could do this. All right, we're going to take a couple weeks off. I'm sure we got some football from YSU coming up, so I probably won't see you guys for a couple weeks, but we'll help you give us a call if something comes up. 330-259-7278 is that phone number. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. Have a good week.